I'm going to put you all on and explain to you this concept of self image and how self image can help you to become like a top 1% person who's able to achieve all of the things that they envision in their mind and work hard and actually be able to achieve everything that they want without worrying about all of the bullshit of, procrastination, wasting time, blah, blah, blah. Now, this is mostly just so I could remind myself by speaking to myself because I'm looking at myself talking to do this shit. Because this shit is really like a real deal important. It's not no bullshit Pomodoro. It's not no bullshit, journal or, you know, to do list or whatever the fuck people say, right? This is like shit straight from the mental. People don't understand that like half of, becoming successful, becoming rich, becoming fit, and, getting accomplishments that all of the people in the world really want, half of that shit is actual tactical action, you know, doing the actual shit, right? It's like half of the battle. The other half that helps and sometimes is a prerequisite to actually do the action is the mental game. Because mentally, if like physically, you could be fit enough to, work hard, you know, physically, get right, get fit, go to the gym, cardio, run, and you could be physically fit, like considering you don't have any health conditions that are fucking you up, and you could actually, use two hands, two legs, you're fully like regular. You could do a lot of the stuff that people have done to, lock in, build a business, get a high paying job, six, seven figures. And it's there's nothing stopping you. But it's like except maybe like some external factors, which obviously there's external factors in terms of like, you can't control a person like accepting you for a job, for example. But like, there's a lot of things that are within your control, and it's important within the mental to understand that there is so much that is within your control, and part of the time people don't even just understand like the factors that they can control. When they think about the gym, a lot of it is like, okay, well, genetically, like I'm peaked at this specific like physique. There's some factors like the weather, there's some other shit, like they think about the stuff that they can't control. But mentally, if you just focus on the things that you can control, like it's like, okay, within my mind I know that I could control my diet, I could control the amount of time I sleep, I can control many factors. People don't understand that the mental is half of the battle to any achievement that they want to receive. Because like any accomplishment, any goal, you could do the stuff to actually do it. Like you could do 5 hours of gym, or like not 5 hours, but like you could do the action to receive the prize, the reward, right? But depending on how high you shoot for a specific goal, you can't just rely on the action itself. You have to rely on the mentality, your self image, your self esteem to actually help you get to that. Especially in 2026, where the biggest distractions to your life are gonna come from the screens. They're gonna come from the food. They're gonna come from bullshit. Like people just fucking up your energy. This shit is not just input output XY function bullshit, right? It's not just like you do this and you're gonna get it out. Because if that was the case, then basically everyone would just be like billionaires. But that's obviously not how it fucking works. It's not just like you put in the work and you do it. So everyone should just do the work and they'll get the output that they want, right? Because there's a reason why most people are even putting in the input of the work because it's hard work, the time because it's a long time. There's factors that affect our ability to control the factors. So let me explain. This idea of like something that's blocking you from inputting in the factors of hard work and time to get the outputs that you want, which ideally would be the high level goals like that are beyond the moon that people would call you crazy for, that you want to achieve because like that's just shit that we got to do in our life. We want to achieve these goals. We want to achieve. It doesn't even have to be monetary or, materialistic. It could just be like achieving peak physique, achieving peak mental clarity, mental peace. You don't gotta worry about shit. You could just live your life, rest in nature, just fucking enjoy time with your family, your wife, kids, girlfriend, whatever the fuck, right? The reason is because like obviously I already mentioned the mental, but specifically about the mental, it's two things. It's one, the limiting beliefs that you have in terms of like, coping about the fact that it's really hard and really statistically unlikely that for this specific goal that you want to achieve, putting in these inputs might not get you there. And the reason why that's fucked up is because the statistics that you're basing that on are the same, are the statistics that are based on motherfuckers that don't do the shit that they're supposed to do because they have the same problem that you have, which is they don't have beliefs that are supposed to uplift them. Their minds are working against them, and that's fucked up. My mind works against me. That's fucked up. And nobody teaches how to fucking uplift yourself besides the whole bullshit that you hear in school, which is the growth mindset. Like, what the fuck does growth mindset even mean? Like, oh, you can improve yourself. You can't. You can improve your. I gotta calm down. Okay. So yeah, they teach you that shit of like growth mindset, but they don't tell you that, oh, motherfuckers got limiting beliefs because they don't believe hard enough in themselves, which is the only truth that is given in this life is that you exist in your own world. People have these like philosophies of like maybe our brain is the only thing in this universe and everything that we see outside of it doesn't exist because it's all in our brain. Okay, that just means that your brain is the only fucking thing that is legitimate because you're seeing your life through that, like based off of that, why do we give a fuck more about what other people think about us trying to do our goals and dreams? Why do motherfuckers give a fuck about some random 19-year-old recording videos of himself at 2 a.m. in his living room? Nobody like why should I give a fuck about you hating on me? Why should I give a fuck about you like upvoting my shit and liking me and giving me all the love, right? Realistically, not even in the context of like, obviously I love that shit, but in the context of like people saying that your brain is the only shit you have, nothing else fucking matters except what you do with your life in your brain, in your body, in your belief. It's all in here, and people make the mistake. And not intentionally, they just don't fucking know. They don't spend time actually like just like working on their brain as like an exercise of like I'm thinking about what I want in my life. I'm thinking about what I currently believe and what I need to change to achieve the true belief that uplifts me and makes me think, okay, if I put in the work and time towards a specific goal that's gonna help me feel better about my life, that it's gonna work. Because I'm not like the other motherfuckers that are deadbeat wage slaves that are just doing shit because they were following the shit that other people were putting them onto because those motherfuckers are fucked up and didn't believe in themselves and didn't believe that they could do more and were content with doing the shit that people already laid the program for, and now the programs don't even fucking work. It's hard to even get a fucking job in college. It's hard to get internships. It's hard to get a job after post grad. It's hard to do that shit because motherfuckers they can fuck it up however they like, and you're tied to that shit. And it's not to say that, okay, just make a fucking business, right? It's about the idea that you can't think about what other plans there are besides the plans that are fucking outlined for you. And if those plans don't work for you, then you're just fucked and you're gonna be like the bums that just live in their parents' basement, 25, 26, no job, the stereotypical, right? Everyone knows that, but they don't realize that they could get there pretty close and pretty soon if things just fuck up. And considering the state that they're in mentally, they don't know. But if shit hits the fan, they're fucked. They're not fans anymore. They're fucking heaters, bro. They're cooked. You got to think and sit with yourself. You got to sit with yourself more, taking the busy schedule that we all have, whether as students, whether as employees, whether as mothers, whatever, right? You sit with yourself and you got to just think, okay, I am aware and I'm recognizing the current situation that I'm in, and I'm recognizing that there are things that I need to improve. There are ways that I can improve my physical body so that, like, the one true thing that I know exists in this universe, which is my brain, and the vessel that is existing in, which is my body, is at tip top condition so I can live the best and healthiest and longest life. That's just a basic human right that you deserve, and that's something that is common sense to work on, right? Then there's obviously the money to be able to have financial and time and mental freedom and all of that good shit, right? You know, it's easy to list out a bunch of goals, and I know that you know how easy it is because you was busy up. You were having any problems writing that shit down before 2026. But 2026 hits, and you're thinking, how is this shit fucking up? How is my plans not going to fruition? It's all of that shit, right? Sit and just think, what do I believe about myself? Do I believe that I got this shit in the bag? Do I believe? And then think about how I'm gonna make that belief come true. What's the tactical plans? That's the 50%. But the first 50% is like, do I believe in myself? Is anything gonna fucking affect me? Am I ready to die by this shit? Am I ready to do this shit because I fucking want it, not because someone else wants it, because I want it? You gotta ask these hard questions, and people think it's corny. I think that this shit is the truth, the truth. This shit is being true to you, and motherfuckers will say that it's corny and do this shit where they don't give a fuck if you're yapping about, self belief, self help, self blah blah blah. They don't do shit for the self. They just do it for other people so they can get the money that they can spend on themselves and say that's self help. I want you to understand, and maybe I don't need to yap any longer because I think you've gotten the point across. I mean, I think I've gotten the point across to you. You gotta just sit with yourself and just think for yourself about the things you want, the things that you want to achieve, the things you want to do in this life, because our life is limited as fuck. Limited as fuck. And motherfuckers don't know that until it's too late. Except the real motherfuckers that actually like unlock that shit, unlock the potential. There's so much distractions in terms of spending like 4 hours on TikTok. There's so many distractions such as basically sleeping in all day and waking up at 2 o'clock. Guilty. Guilty. There's a lot of shit that's fucked up. And there's some people that even when they're making successful moves and they're progressing in life and they're getting the shit that people think is like, okay, they're getting their bread up, they're getting their cheddar, they're moving up. Even those motherfuckers, they are they're having some shit inside that I can't explain, but it's just something that you gotta understand. Like, okay, the bread is fine, the cheddar, the physique, that's all good. The actual rewards, the goals, when you achieve them, that's all cool and all, right? But is it like really what you want? Is it really like the things that you're working on? Is it really like, okay, I'm fine with this. I'm fine with getting the money and spending it on Bugattis and shit. Do I really want the AMG GT63 Coupe All Black? I do. And is it because I saw some sick ass TikToks with some cool ass edits that make the car look sick as fuck? Maybe. But truly, you just gotta think like, have a two-step verification. Do I really do this shit for me? Am I living my life on my terms? Am I making moves that I want and I'm proud of, if even if it fails? Like, does it sit right with me? Or am I doing shit that I'm hoping that I could do it and fulfill it? I hope I could get that job because then I could get that money to spend and live. But I don't even want to work this type of job. And it's hard to make those decisions because it's scary. Because it's not the norm. It's not what motherfuckers are doing. Motherfuckers are doing what they're told or what has been laid out, and people have been done, and they're just following it as this plan. It's the shit that worked. It's the shit that's commonly said. And there is shit that is already laid out that motherfuckers still do, and they're happy and they like that shit. But I want you to just find that and be true to yourself and be like, mentally, do I believe I could do this? And mentally, do I want to do this? And then physically, you're going to work, and physically, you're going to get the achievement. It's half the battle to just think about it, and the other half to do it. And the things that you want to do, you don't do it because you don't think about it and don't believe that you could do it. So, final takeaway, just think about yourself more and think about the shit that you do and just have some critical thinking. Use the skills that you learned on school bullshit and just use it and apply it to your own life, because motherfuckers don't think about themselves more than they don't think about themselves more than what they're gonna fucking eat, bro. They don't think about themselves more than what movie to watch next or whatever the fuck, right? It's just like not even like it's like manifestation, but it's not really manifesting if you just fucking do the shit and you want to do the shit and you believe you could do the shit and you just do the shit and it works. It's so simple. Love y'all. This year is gonna be crazy. Trust me.